Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take us in. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line.
We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the give, this is Akers. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try to make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 5. This will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Kaepernick now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. On 1st down, Akers. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Darnold now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Gay knocks this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They go back to Carson here on second. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. So that'll back them up 5. Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Throwing now is Kaepernick. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Pushing through the contact. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. He finds his man, complete. It's Watson, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards, and the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch, because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front, but if you don't tackle him, he's behind you.
Touchdown! Chris Carson His third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A final shot before the break, Darnold. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. That catch good for only a couple.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Gay's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. He's got him in, complete. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. That's the party now. Hey, 26 Mike, blue down.
Kaepernick going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Kaepernick. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold him for just a short gain.
And Carson unable to make it to the yellow line as the defense bottles him up. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. A first down throw, Darnold. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Darnold from the red zone now. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. It's a run with Akers. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We'll check on his status when we get back. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Leonard Floyd able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 29. And the Rams are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
From the 50, it's Darnold. This is caught by Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On first down, it's Darnold. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Throwing again is Darnold. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for this with Akers. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 76 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be caught. It's Rico Gafford. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now Kaepernick. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Carson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Kaepernick to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So the victory here for Seattle. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way. Yeah,
that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Seahawks, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where